So one of the things, so we see like John and some of the things that have happened in Revelation, and how do you see how do you see what's happening today? In the world, you've got big giants, big companies that a lot of like the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
How do you see their involvement in end times?
Okay, well, first of all, if you look at Revelation 18:23, it actually says, "For by your sorcery, all the nations were deceived." If you look at the original, the word for sorcery in the original language, it was by their pharmakeia. So you could actually literally say, by the pharmaceutical industry, all the nations were deceived. And I find it absolutely profound that John, he saw that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we live in a day where the saints need to be awake and not sleeping.
Yeah. There's an incredible amount of trust in the establishment. And that trust needs to be maneuvered onto God, because that whole, it's almost like adulation, really, of, because the pharmaceutical industry controlling the nations is actually calling the tune, through the World Health Organization. Again, part of that what John saw, pharmaceutical industry taking over the world. And we see it right now. We see that medical tyranny is actually taking shape. And you've got people at the top like
absolutely.
Dr. Fauci, or we've got, Bill Gates. I mean, he's literally calling the tune, and he's basically, they're wanting to vaccinate the entire planet.
I know they are.
And
I got something written here, that for you guys that are watching that you don't know who Dr. Fauci is, check out Dr. Fauci and just type him into Google. But this is a fact, okay? Dr. Fauci and Bill Gates Foundation are trying to get Congress to pass a bill to make vaccination mandatory. Okay? And without it, people are not going to be able to fly, renew their driving license, etc., etc., etc. So how do we, tell us a little bit more, Jason. How do you see that? I mean, how do you see that? Can you shed some more light on
Well, it's interesting because the mainstream media at the same time, it's almost like wants to deny these things are happening. So they're saying things like, "Oh no, it's not going to be mandatory. You don't have to have it." Well, eventually you will have to have it. And the thing is that if you don't have it, you'll be excluded. Like you're saying, okay, it's not mandatory. You don't have to have the vaccine, but you can't travel. You can't go into a shop. You're deemed to be a health risk because you haven't been vaccinated. And so this is how the control mechanism is working. And we can also see, and we'll touch on that in a minute maybe, how the vaccine is looking like it's going to be inseparably linked to the mark of the beast.